Hello everyone. Hey, my audio. I checked it before I started today and it works. And my screen stuff should all share right. I'm hoping everything works. So, yes, everyone can hear me. Hopefully, yes. Um, all right. So today, well, it's not used to seeing. I put all my stuff up on the screen so I can see it in multiple places. I just see my face as I turn around, so it's kind of weird. I might move that. But yes, I am back today, excited to work on gMusic. We made lots of progress last time. I think last time we did the pop-up menu and a few other things like that. And yeah, gotta decide what we're gonna do today. We'll need to look at our agenda items and try and figure some things out and get it cleaned up and set up an agenda for today. As always, if you have input, definitely speak up and we'll look at doing things the way you guys want to. I want to make sure that you guys are learning the most from this and getting the most out of this. So feel free to speak up whenever. Ask questions. Hey, lucky number 7, thank you for following or joining. But yes, ask questions. Ask for me to explain why I did something. Sometimes I code really weird. I have my own unique style, like we all do, but I have no problem explaining it and answering questions about it. So always speak up, ask questions, and let's get going. All right, so I'm going to switch over to my computer. I was just typing out the agenda for today. Today is, I can never find a date, 6/26. 26 slash, okay, 2019. I can type today. All right, so last week we definitely finished up a couple things. Let me get this over to the right repo. Last week we did the pop-up menu and playlist creation, so let's make sure that we check those off and move them along. As always, to those who are new to following, you can check out the repo and play along with us or send pull requests. All right, so last week, let's just copy this up here and put this here. We'll remove the debug console we threw in there. We did the pop-up menu. We did do, let's clean up a little bit this. We threw our debug console in last week. That was pretty fun. We did, we also did, what was it called? Playlist creation. We did that, and I think that's about all we did last week. All right, so we moved a bunch of those. Wondering how to order this today. Let's jump into the app really quick. I always like starting out by looking at the app, seeing where it's at, seeing what it looks like, and see if there's something that stands out, which would be a good starting point. Our topic is on building the script or the playlist screen. We'll change the topic once we get going. All right, loading up. And while that's loading, I'm going to bring up the other app as well, the original app. Again, just like having the comparisons and stuff to look at, help make us some decisions. Remember, guys, as always, you guys can help steer this show. You guys can tell me what we should build and help steer it. All right, so the old app is on the left, the new app is on the right. We definitely need to fix that. That does bother me. We'll need to put an icon up there. We'll do that eventually. We did fix the, oops, I thought I clicked on the, yes I did. Pop-up menu works and is there. Add to playlist works, which is really exciting. Asks which playlist, or we need to fix those. That's some cosmetic stuff we'll need to do. Also, playlists don't show artwork yet. Do I have that listed there? Missing UI. Oh yeah, we have genre images. Same thing. They use the same exact content as genre and a playlist. They work the same. Did that crash on us? Well, the refresh looks a little broken. Actually, I can't cancel. Let's fix that because that's going to drive me nuts. I should be able to cancel. Let's see what's going on there. It's a great starting point. Finish the work we didn't finish last week, apparently. All right, so playlist page is this puppy, right? On appearing, add button plus. Okay, it should cancel that. And let's just find where that's being implemented from. That's from our pop-up manager. Oh, we're canceling it, but we're not dismissing it. That's the problem. That's a really easy fix. Yay, fix that. Let's run that. I think that's all it'll take. Drives me nuts when I have UI that I get to and I can't get out of. So painful. All right. Let's try that again. Add to playlist. Cancel. Now works. Perfect. Does not add. All right, that's a lot better. Add to playlist. Cancel. Really happy with that. So much better. All right. Artist is looking really nice. That's looking good. Genres, like I said, we haven't done any of the artwork stuff there. Maybe we could build that out. The tricky little screen. That could be a fun one. Let's build the multi-image cell. Let's work on that. So I'm going to bring up terminal. Let's set our topic. What do we want to call that? I guess. All right. Stream helper, do your thing. Let's jump into how to do this. All right. So right now, these use the same exact cell. They all use this media. Actually, I want to just make sure we're in a good, clean state. Let's check what we just did in. Don't need to worry about that designer file. All right. Updated agenda. Fixed cancel screen. Or cancel button for playlist picker. All right, push that up. All right, so let's look at this media item cell. So the way this thing works right now, it has one image on the left, which is the album art view, and then it has the two labels. And the album art view has a set size, and we have an album art view here. Now, maybe since we're just doing this here, we can do something multi. I set the image source. Do I ever... Problem is, image source is not always right. So we might put this code over to our album artwork view. So that way the artwork view will just say, hey, you update from this. And then we can put all of the magic in the artwork view. That might be the right way of doing this, because this is an absolute layout. Yeah, that might be right. And then since it's an absolute layout, we can do the fanciness of where we rearrange things. If we bring up the old app, this is the UI we're trying to build right now. It starts out with one. As the artwork is downloaded, or it finds the artwork, it then fills it out if it can, or it just keeps it with one. And if we go to genre might look better. Yeah, so it builds it out. And it will use unique artwork album if it can, but most of these are really small genres with not much in it. Why does it say 0 albums? We might be fixing that. That's on the old app though. That's interesting. All right, so yeah, that's what we're trying to build, like a multi-artwork thing that shows multiple images. Okay, so let's start refactoring. As I was saying, right now we have this here. And what we're going to do is we're going to move it to here. And what we can do now is, let me jump back over, make this work. This is image.update artwork. Perfect. So now we can start doing something a little bit more complicated in this. Okay. So what we'll do is we will Trying to think the right way of doing this. So we need to have 4 images, and we need to know whether the images are filled out or not. So that way we have the default, which is going to be the default image. Then if we have more images and we can fill them out, we will add the 4 and use them. But we only do that if it's one of the right types that needs 4, so playlists and genres. What do we have on those models to make this easy for us? As an all artwork. And we can asynchronously call this, which will go build it out. I wonder if we put an interface on this thing. So that way we know it has this call. So that way I'm not like hard coding it to genres and playlists. Let's do that. Okay, so add new file. What are we going to call this? Multi artwork. And you know, the other thing we could do is make the other ones just return a single. No, but it doesn't even need to asynchronously do those because it's just a string on there. Nope, artists. We're not going to even use, oh, we don't want the interface because we don't want artist. Artist has an artwork. Let's look at media item base. Media item base has get artwork URL for a singular artwork. So we'll asynchronously go and get that. Now, our artist can have multiple artworks because there's multiple albums, but we don't want to necessarily use that because we do have a nice URL. So, how do we want to do this? Something I should have thought through a little bit more. The old way we had multiple cells, one for genres and playlists. We could do that, but I don't want to duplicate all that code. So I think we're better off just doing album artwork and making it work. So this is returning null because there's nothing there. We could do, oh, let's just go with the interface. Let's just do it. And, or actually, yeah. Actually, is that the only 2 that does it? Yeah, we're just gonna do the interface. Did I finish adding that? No, I did not. All right, let's just add the interface. All right, interface. Multi-image. All right, and this interface, let's just go grab what we have on genre, because that's the interface that they both use the same one. So we'll just do this. We'll throw this into here. And we won't implement this on artists because, no, maybe we will. I think I have an idea. I think we will implement this on artists. Right now, artists gets a nice fancy image because this is Google. But the moment we put something else in there like SoundCloud, we might not have that fanciness. So we'll want to use this. Okay, I got an idea then. That'll work. All right, so artist will get this. And so will album. So not album. Artist gets it. Genre gets it. Oops, no, not there. And then we will throw it into playlist. And I think those are the radio station might need it. Actually, radio station doesn't need it because there's not going to be any songs. Radio station has its own artwork, I think. It does have this call though. You know what? We're going to do it. think that covers all of them. Because the thing with the radio station, a radio station has a seed, which is what songs made that. And then we can always grab its artwork. And I think Google even has a fancy radio station. Oops, wrong one. Put that here. Oh, that one returns back artist artwork. That one's not the same. All right. Let's see if this builds really quick. And if it does, we'll start using this interface. Any questions? Anyone have any suggestions or things that they recommend we try? Build error. Build error. What does radio... Oh, I did it on the wrong one again. But this still... Oh, that's a radio station artwork. Which is an artwork ID. You know what? Let's just put those down to the base class of artwork. And we'll be fine. And we can also do that for artist, I believe. We don't need to actually cast them out. And since they're subclass, that will work. All right, so now each of them should have that interface. Just make sure that builds. Get all artwork. What do I have in that interface? I bet the interface is album artwork, because I copied it from genre. It is. We just want artwork. We don't care what kind it is. Build. Now I'll need to fix genre, because genre is going to be... How did I do this so poorly? Get artwork. And then go to genre, do the same thing. All right, so now they should all be down to the base class of artwork. And that's all this thing cares about, right? Okay. Perfect, that's complaining, which is fine. We're expecting this to complain. All right. Actually, let's do this. So this one will get us back a string, the album artwork URL. Why don't we go... All right, let's bring this stuff back in here and just say this one is called image. That should be right, that should be right. Okay, now this time instead of saying if it's null, what we're going to do is we will check if it's a multi-image. Okay, so we'll deal with that, and then we'll do this. And maybe we'll change that multi-image thing again. We'll go back and undo what we just did and make it a string so it's nice and easy. So do we have... Oh, look at, check this out. We've already got these helper methods for us for playlist, genre, and artist. I don't think I want to cast them up though. We can add a new one of these. And what did we call this thing? We called it iMultiImage. And we're not going to have to cast them all down. And if someone wants to use them that way, let's refactor this. All right. And wow, I have artwork spelled wrong in all of these. My spelling is atrocious. All right, so let's do this. Let's fix this. Artwork, let's replace all those awesome spelling mistakes. All right, now that we're in here, so now we have a get artwork for this multi-image. Now we can do a single cast now that I added interface. I don't use interfaces often, but sometimes it's really, really nice to. All right, so we have our artwork manager. No. Why am I going to artwork manager? We're trying to go back to our album artwork. Non-models in UI. All right, back to where we were supposed to be. All right. So now what we'll say. All right. I don't like nesting too much. So we'll say if it is not, we're just going to inverse this. All right. Perfect. So now we can say if we'll do not, because gotta love the nots. We'll do item is, what's it called? multi-image, return. Okay, so we'll say if it's not an multi-image, return. And then if it is, we can say var URLs equals await media. What was this doing? This just tells it to go to here. So that's what we're going to do. And in get artwork multi-image. This should turn back an array of URLs. Perfect! Woohoo! We're getting somewhere. All right. Now, for now, let's just do, I just want to make sure this is working. Right line, URLs. Let's make sure we didn't break the old images. And then also in this case for genres and albums and all that nonsense, we'll move along. But that way things like radio stations, which have a default image, and artists that have a default images, those will just work. And if they don't, then we'll compose it. That'll make these a lot more efficient. All right, and in this case, it still returns a single one, which, what thing is this? All right, so then, perfect. So let's do one other thing. Set as single image. All right, since these cells are reused, we'll have to worry about cleaning these out. So then what we can say is if url.count or .length equals 1, or actually 0, return. Else if url.length equals 1, we'll just do this puppy. And URL 0, return. All right, so that'll be perfect. We can now call this one here. Done, done, done. That's looking good. URLs, perfect. Why can't I copy and paste today? Make sure I use the right one. We don't want to say if the string length equals 0 or 1, because that would be silly. But that's better. All right, so now, and we don't even need this else, since we have a return, not needed. And now what we'll do is console.writeLine. Still a console.writeLine debugger, even after all these years. All right, so now we should have, in these rare instances, we'll have more than one URL. And then we'll need to deal with that. Oh, it happened! We found one with 5. All right, I should put a limit on this puppy. Get my multi-artwork. Get multi-artwork. Okay, so let's jump into one of these. Not there. It's the only problem with interface. You can't go to declaration anymore. What screen are we on? Let's find that out first so I know which one to look at. I think we were on genres or playlists. I can't remember. So select distinct. This is item 90, so that's genre, I'm guessing. Album count, song count. I don't even know what this is. It must be genre. Must be genre. All right, so let's look at genre. And we're probably going to limit all of these because I don't want it selecting out 100 things. Limit 4. Limit 4. Oh, it can get them from 2 different places, so it can be a total of 8. Dot. Don't I have system.link? No, not using link. All right, so we'll distinct those, to array them, and then dot limit or dot. Can I take more? If I say take 4, what will it do if there's 3? Will blow up right away because the first few are only 1. So, trial by debugging. Why don't I have music playing? My music has crashed. Okay, that'll work. Actually, I want to leave that breakpoint there because the next one was the 5. Adding that distinct in though, I think fixed that. That's a 4 pack. 3 pack. All right, so the distinct and the take 4 is working. Exciting! All right, what else do we need to look at then? I could probably clean this up so this is 1 query rather than 2, but it's right. Slight optimization, maybe we'll deal with that later if it's an issue. All right, now to do the fancy UI stuff. We now have our URLs, we have multiples of them, and we can start filling this puppy out. Nope, string. Perfect. All right. So I think what we'll do now is we have one frame or one image and it is set to a certain size. And its layout is good. What do we have for its aspect? I'm just trying to see how this thing's set up. So that's frame. The frame has the cached image inside of it. And then its size is set. I don't think we need to frame all the individual ones. Just the outside frame's all we need. So what we will do, and we will only build these when they're needed. I think that's the better way of doing it. List cached image. All right, so we have I don't have keycaster on. Like doing that for you guys. There we go. Hey, remember the spot. That's the first time ever. That's really exciting. All right, I need to get some music playing. I like to code to music. Hence me building music apps. All right, so we will now do that's never dot for each. I dot hidden, or is it visible? Is visible equals false. All right, perfect, perfect. My music is not good. That'll work. Maybe. All right. So we'll make these all invisible. Now, if there's multiple URLs, yeah, if there's multiples, we'll always just go to the for, even if there's just two, because why not? So if that's the case, what we'll do is we'll say image.source equals loading placeholder. Actually, it'll already be set there. We'll just do this. So that way the background is going to be the gMusic logo always. All right, so we've got that. Now, if images.length we'll do enum. There we go. Dot range. New cached image. And now we'll do okay. So now we'll add 4 images in there. Now actually we could be more efficient about that. Let's try this instead. I is less than URLs dot length I plus plus. So if we do a for loop, we can say let's add an extension because I want clean syntax. I'm all about clean syntax. Array extensions. Okay, we'll go into here. So public. Actually, it might be an enumeration extensions would be a better place to put this. What do we have in there? Has is oh no, that's enums, not enum. Why is that named enumerations? Okay, so let's just go where we were. We're going to go into an array, and we'll say public static and or do I have a list one? I don't have a list one. All right, so public static t um so what I'm trying to do is I want to build an extension that's similar to like first or default or last or default. Last or default, but I want at index or let's just do that at index or default. List. All right. So what we'll do here is we'll say index, okay? So now we could say if list dot okay, so we'll say if list dot length or got count. The one thing I'm worried about with this extension. No, we can do that. This will work. If list.count, the thing is I don't know if I should auto add it. No, okay, we'll just go with that. Is greater than index, turn default. Okay, got that in there. Else list index. And actually, since it's simpler than I thought it was going to be, let's just do this right. Default, else. I really thought it was going to be more complicated than that, but I'm not complaining. That was really easy. I wonder if it should be called get. Yeah, let's go with get at. All right, so now we can jump back over to wherever we were, album art view. I want to call it I, but I can't call it image because we already have image. img equals images dot get at. Oh, too many similar names. Get at index or default, and we'll say I. If img equals null. So what we could do is make it auto fill up to that point. So I don't even need to do this. No, I think I need to do that. Let's do this right. All right. Oh, it's I, not index. All right. So now we've added it if it doesn't exist. So now we don't even need to do this. img dot, we'll do this puppy. Instead of URL, it's going to be URLs. I. All right. I think that's right. We have those clear out. All right. Now, the biggest thing we need to do on these is set them up right. What we need to do is right now these are just going to all overlap on top of each other. We're going to need to set their layout bounds so that way they lay out in the grid that we want to. All right, now to figure out these flags. Let's see what we're doing on... Oh, we're manually laying this puppy out. Maybe we just do it there. Oh, wait. I deleted too much code. We didn't want to delete that. We want that there. We definitely want that there. All right, so now let's go. We've got our layout, right? So let's just manually lay out this puppy. We can do this. We got this. For var I int or var equals 0, I is less than images dot count, I plus plus. Okay. Var half width. Yeah, we'll need to do s divided by 2. All right. So if it's 0, it needs to be 0, or I mean, it needs to be new x, new y. Just trying to think this through. I know we can do this nice and simple. We can do this simple, right? How did I do it in the old one? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to look at the old gMusic. Let's see what we did there. I know I did something similar to this, so we might be able to just borrow the exact code. Well, not exact, because, of course, it can't be exact. Wait, it's in cells. Genre cell. And genre had multi-imaged media cell. Let's go find that guy. This guy. I like the enumerable dot for range and for H's. I don't know why. It's just something I like. All right. There we are. I just assume that there's all 4 of them. But I could probably get away with doing that, right? If we just go move, move. First time do X. Or after. So the first one's 0, 0. So what I was thinking of maybe what we can do is, let's just see what happens. I want to do something similar, but I don't want to do that exact because I might only have 3. Because I'm trying to be efficient and not build images that we don't need. No, that's not going to work with. There's never any. Because there's never any remainder then. Oh, those are already used. Let's do debug. It wasn't nice and pretty. I think that y1's always going to be 0. Could be wrong. So let's run it and see what comes out of there. Bill there. Oh, come on. Am I not on the newest C Sharp? We'll increase the C Sharp version then. Go ahead and tempt me, why don't you? Now we're on the latest C Sharp. Now we're cooking with fire. All right, something I did is wrong. Whatever could I have done that's wrong? Which index was out of range? Stack. All right, at set multi-images. Oh, array extensions had the thing. I did something wrong in array extensions. I don't know how I did what was wrong there. It looked good. Never tried it, but it looked good. All right, if count is greater than index, default, else let's put some breakpoints in. Let's get some breakpoints in there. Close models, we don't need that. Wonder if it's that set. Cooking with gas? No, I switched off gas recently, and now I'm all wood pellet. All about cooking with fire, man. Just got a new grill, and I'm so excited. All right. So this is what is going on here? Well, that was interesting. What was the index? What index are we passing in there? No, but if index is greater than count, it has to be positive. Okay, well, let's go back to our ugly syntax. What am I doing? What's going on? All right, so we've got ugly syntax again. Put some breakpoints in there, see what it's doing. No one else see what I'm doing wrong here? I know I'm doing something weird, but this should work. Our index is 0. Count is 0. Oh, greater than or equal to. All right, fixed it. Now we can go back to pre-syntax. Not even gonna run it because I know it'll work, right? We all have faith in my skills. It's gonna work. Totally gonna work. So coming up in a couple weeks, we're having a hackathon at Microsoft, which I'm really, really, really excited for. I'm going to be working on something new, a little hack I've been playing with lately, and I'm forming a team around it, and I think we're going to live stream a lot of it. All the team members I've talked to so far are totally down with doing it. So, yeah, we might be live streaming. Oh, come on. I'm getting farther. But we should be able to. We're going to be in Redmond, going to be in the awesome hack tents. It's the set. It didn't like it. I figured it. That's what I thought it was the first time. We'll just add it. That's safe. All right, that'll work now. So yeah, I'm gonna work on something new and exciting, and we're just gonna live stream it. We're gonna be working crazy hours. I don't know how much of it we'll live stream, but we're going to be in some giant tent. I did it a couple years ago, and it was amazing and just awesome, and got really hot in that tent in July in Redmond. They had AC hooked up, and it wasn't working very well, so we ended up taking some duct tape and cardboard and improving it. So really excited to see how it goes again. All right, 0, 0, 0. It's always going to be 0, but then this one will be 1. What if... Yeah, that first one's always just going to be 1. It's always a remainder. Okay. Just for kicks. Oh, wait, right. I remember how to do this. I think that's what I do. It should be 0, 0, 0, 1. So 0, 0. 1, 0. Oh no, 1, 1. That's not what I wanted. I wanted 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. I know I've done this before. I'm trying to remember how this works. Next one will be 0, 0, 1, 1 again. 0, 1. No, 0's 1, 1. Okay. All right. I'm just going to do it manually. I don't know what else to do. All right. Um, I don't know if I like this, but it'll work. All right, so we have our half. We have our y. So rect equals, actually, let's just use rect again. Rect dot width equals s, which equals, not too much time on this thing. All right. So now what we will do is var image equals images dot get. Actually, we know we have one. No. All right. Rect dot so rect dot new or rect dot x equals new x. Okay, I'm just doing the same thing again. I'm trying to think how this will work. I think that'll work. So it'll reset that back to 0 before setting it. Then if it is 1 or 3, if it's odd. Okay. If it's even, which is what I'm doing. All right. I think I got it. I think I got it. Finally remembered how to do this. So if, just so we don't have to do that twice, foo equals 0, that. Else if foo equals 1, rec dot y. Oh, wait, that's not right. Is it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't do that. That's not going to work. Ah, why is this so tricky to do this math right? I don't want to just say if 1, do this, else, which is just so ugly. If I equals 0, we now say rec dot y equals, sorry, rec dot y plus equals half. If I equals 1, it goes rec dot x equals new rect. Oh, no, I did this one wrong. That should be x. And then new x. And then rec dot y equals new y. Or I equals 2. That's right. That should do it. Now that'll, if we just do img dot frame, or no, dot layout. I don't like that. Let's see if it runs. I think that'll work though. I just wanted something more elegant than that. Wait. Yeah, that should be right. Why is it making me sign in? I'm signed in. Let's cancel. Like, not going to let me cancel? Let's see where this is hung. Okay, so it was canceled. What's watching this? Let's see if we can figure out what's going on there. Always want to test one thing and something else shows up. Always something. I thought I had something where I present this and then you can cancel it. Just run it again. Clean and rerun. It kills me that cancel's not working. The whole app seems to lock up at that though. But it's not locking up. Oh, it's our in-memory console. Why is this locking in something up though? That's interesting that that's locking us up. So I have that in there so that way I don't just swallow all of the messages, I pass them along if you're debugging. See if that fixes this. That's what it was. That's really weird. It's not working, guys, and I know why. Do you? All right, let's go close all this nonsense. Let's go back to our view. We're so close on this one. When we're adding them, we didn't add them to the children of this thing. So smart. All right. There we go. Now we should see them. That did not work right. Okay, let's look what happened there. It did something. We saw multiples and they were set funny. Let's run this and see what's happening. All right. So, oh. Math is hard. That should fix it. We need these set at half, not full. That's better. So 24 plus equals 24. So the next one is not offset. What's our I? Oh, that just locked up the debugger. If I disconnect that, it might save the debugger. Or not. Or I killed it. All right, let's try some more things. Let's jump back in there. Oh, now this is all the wrong size. How's that? That looks good. All right, let's jump in there again and see what we can do. Let's just run it and hope it's right. Hope I fixed it. All right, I'm just gonna sign in because I'm tired of getting the message. All right, we're back. And hey, that's working. Not quite. Two of them are lined up, right? But where's the ones with four? Let's go to like playlists. This should have more. Yeah, something didn't set right. All right, so let's close unit test. We have more space. Let's look at that again. All right, so first should be set right. The rectangle is set to new x, new y with half and half. So that's our 0, 0 right size. So the first time we set it, then if I equals 0, we're going to do, let's just do x equals half plus new x. Because that's what it should be. All right. So if it's 0, or actually, it's 1, not 2. No, it's 2. And then this one is if it's equal to 1, so now we just set the top right one. At that point, we go down a row. That should be better. Yes. Thinking that through my head, that should move it around. I don't like what we have there, but it should work. It's hard to follow. Yay, it's doing it! Look, guys, we have a grid. That's perfect. I like it. I like it a lot. I was actually worried to build this, but that actually came out quite nicely. And I'm doing unique URLs. I can't really do unique images because that would be kind of ridiculous to try and diff those, especially ahead of time. But yeah. All right, let's commit that. Woohoo! I'm liking it. And okay, so we have that. I'm just wondering, we don't have radios here. Why does radio stations not exist? All right, let's build the radio station screen. Did I push that? All right, code's pushed. Let's go forward and do some radio. Yeah, because radio stations is the other place we have that. All right, call them pages here. And this one's gonna be very similar. Not Well, the old playlist page. Let's grab like this. Now, radio stations are actually split into two. There's my stations and there's recent stations. Let's, for now, just make it all radio stations. Let's do radio station. Okay, I think that's right. You know, I'm wondering what's the difference between radio and radio stations. I think radio is what we use on the root. Go to views, let's go to root, and let's throw this in there. In the old one, I had these separated out. Online, I was going to add more online things. I never got around to it. And we don't have settings separated out either, do we? All right, so yeah, let's clean that up while we're here. All right, so we just add that separator in there. We now have .radio, and I technically I turn that on and off in a setting, so you can say there are no radio if you don't pay for that stuff. But we're just gonna go with it for now. We haven't added that. Let's go add it. Okay. Icon radio, we found it. All right. Let's see. That should give us radio stations. Granted, we don't have any radio stations, and I don't know if in the pop-up manager if we added that yet, but we'll check. Check it out. We have settings now. I like that. The separation helps a ton. No radio stations. But we can fix that. Why is that pull to refresh getting stuck? I need to fix that too. All right, so let's go back in. I want to see if I built the way to add a radio station, because that's important. We don't have search yet, but we should be able to create one. So let's go to a song, and then no create station. That shows up. Start radio station. Let's go find out what all gets those. I can't remember the logic, so we'll check the old one. Trying to remember what that lived in. All right, pop up. So add radio station button. Did I basically put that on everything? So oh, it did the check. Should show radio station. So none for playlists. Everything but playlists. All right, let's jump into our pop-up manager. Let's add radio station support. It's what I use the most is a random radio station. Oh, we also need to add the random button so we can say play a random station. We need to add support and forms for the left icon stuff because I like left icons, especially when you're looking at like add to playlist. The old one has cancel and plus where ours does not. That drives me nuts. They should be nice and balanced. All right, so let's look at our pop-up manager now. We're just jumping through the stuff today. Let's check some stuff off actually. Where is this? All right, missing UI. Let's do genre images. We'll mark that off, and we're not done with radio yet. Actually, kind of are, but let's finish it. All right, so where are we? We need to go to radio station page, and we'll say this dot toolbar items dot add new toolbar item. Wait, how do we? Right, I remember. What is it? Playback manager. I'm gonna go check the old one. There's something in there for random. Just nice and easy built in. Let's go to iOS, view controllers, radio. Here it is, dice. Right, I do this so you can't tap on the UI if you're waiting for it to go. All right. Oh. I really need that full syntax in there. All right, there we go. So now we have the I'm feeling lucky stuff working. And now we can do image, so icon equals, let's go add the images. Oh, right, now playing screen. Let's just throw it in here. Find my source, dice icon equals. There we go. Now we have a dice icon. Killing it today. We're moving. This makes me happy. All right, so now we have an I'm feeling lucky, so we should just be able to tap that to then test our radio stations working. And since this is a new account with just a couple things on there, a couple random songs, I'm really, really interested to see what Google thinks we like. Let's check out Google's tastes on a new account. Error, try again. Oh, that's funny. All right. Okay. Oh no, that's if it's not equal. All right. Got a breakpoints. Why is this all? Play radio station. All right. Where do we? Oh, here we go. So here's where we call and get the radio station. Breakpoint. Let's just press play. And let's go to. It's looking good. All right, we know that's gonna fly. Okay, we're getting there. Playback context is type of radio. Station ID is I'm feeling lucky. That's not gonna fire. Success is false. Why? That failed really, really, really fast. Well, that would be why. I didn't know that was all commented out. That is way too funny. Does it even need to be commented out? Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Right, there's some changes that need done in here. Not much, though. Overall, it's pretty good. Oh, I did do some of the is free stuff. I forgot about that. So the is free stuff's the stuff that's broken, so. And the rest is work. This is a paid account, so it should work. I like the giant code block to do. Fix this. Alright, the rest of that should work though. Oh, sad. Alright, try again. I was like, it was too fast of a fail. It didn't even have time to make a web request. Alright, go load your station. It's successful! It did it! Now it should go play that station. Hey, thinks we know likes Taylor Swift. Well, that's exciting. Now, I wonder what I need to do to make the radio stations list show things, because that old one's weird. So it had two tabs. Oh, and all I do is toggle the is included flag? Radio stations view model. Let's go look at that guy. It's going to be in shared. And I'm not filtering off that, so our view model should work. Yeah, just adds in a filter and orders, so we should be good. We should be good. I have, not that one. Oh, wrong thing, good. Open, come on, I don't want to play a ROM right now. Open sim. Let's look at this. So if we go to open sim, it's one of these icons up here. There we go. We can go to our XR. You guys can't see this, but it's really nice. We'll open to that folder. And let's go to the library and let's see what's in radio stations. Oop, no, radio. Oh, it's an I'm Feeling Lucky radio stations. Those don't show up. Of course they won't. Okay. Well, let's go with that. Let's update this. Let's push that along. We now have an I'm Feeling Lucky playlist. Super exciting. Let's add creating a playlist. I mean, a radio station. Once we do that, we can go back and fix that to do. Oh, right. It's going to need more than just that to fix it. So that other style of radio stations, if you don't pay for radio stations, I can still create one of your own library based off a song. So I go to your favorite songs and then create one off of those. And so that to find your favorites commented out right now. I don't have that code written in this yet. All right, so let's jump into our pop-up manager and let's see if we can add some playlist stuff. I mean, radio stuff. Let's keep working on radio. No, we're not playback manager. We don't need you. We need pop-up manager. All right, so we have shuffle. We have next. So has Q is that. Creating a radio station. We were looking at that old code. And the old one did it if it wasn't a radio station. And if it's not a playlist. I wonder if that filtering's the same. If it can queue. No, it should be slightly different. Oh, no. Let's look at our pop-up manager in here. So, should show radio. Oh. You know what? Let's just bring this over. Oh, do I not have capabilities yet? All right. So I checked to make sure whatever the service is can do it. All right. Should start radio. All right, and now we can just, let's move this down. Okay. And then this is the action, which I hope will work the same if I copy and paste that. We'll find out. All right. Actually, we can, yeah, that's right. All right, so should start radio. Why is that complaining? Media item. We'll do a public play or throw this in there. I love it when code just works. So happy. Why is that a rename error? We'll move that down one more. All right, so now we can just say actions.add strings.add start radio station and start radio station. All right, our pop-up manager now can, whoa, I just saw way too many people show up. Why, hello, thanks for the raid, R.W. Grimm. Wow, I just look over, I'm like 42 people. Totally caught me off guard. All right. Hello, everyone. We are building a music app. We are building gMusic. It's an open source app. It once upon a time was very, very popular. Um, Anymore, it's not. I don't know why. It's still good. I use it. I like it. But Google has a free version, and my app's free now, but people still like theirs. But I'm working on it anyway. And I'm rewriting it now for iOS and Android using Xamarin.Forms. And we're just dealing with all the intricacies of building a music app. Right now, we're working on playlist or radio station stuff. Seeing if I can tell it to make a radio station of any song I want. And it works! We fixed it! We now if we go to radio stations, I need to fix that crash. I know what's causing that. We have a crash. Let's press play. Let's go fix this because I'm tired of this one. It's killing me. Hey, thanks for the follow, RW Grin. All right. So, where was that? This one keeps causing us crashes. Thanks for the follow, IR Geek. So what's happening is we're getting a crash now because the underlying data for the view changed. And I don't know why it's complaining. It should work. See, song's there. Let's see if we can cause that crash again. So start new station. So now if we go to radio station, didn't crash. May only crashes if there's nothing there. Okay, I'm gonna have to track that down at some point. But I know what's causing it-ish, per se. All right. Wait, check it out. So we've got radios working now. We don't have delete yet. We haven't added any delete support. So delete's going to need to be added or removed from library. It's what we call it, not delete. I'm going to stop this from playing. I've got too much music playing in my ear. Thanks for the follow, Pango Ray. All right, so we've got radio station. I think it's good enough to check that off of our list. All right, now we get to pick what's next to build, guys. What do we want to build next? Playlists is kind of built. We don't have editing in playlists. Like we can't swipe to delete anything, which we'll want to add that support, and we can't delete stuff there, but we can create playlists. We can't go to playlist details. Can't go to playlist details, it's not done. Let's do that. Let's work on some playlist stuff. More screens to build. Always more screens to build. All right, so on this, we can do something similar to what we did before and reuse a lot of code. Let's create a new view model for our, I think I'll need a new one. So we'll say playlist songs view model. And we are going to model this after our artist songs. So if we just copy this and we go like that, and instead of an artist, album, let's bring in a bunch of usings, bring in this puppy. No, not album. This is not an album. It's a playlist. All right, playlist. Now that that's done, we can rename playlist. All right, filter. This one works a tad bit differently. For artists, it was easy to say, hey, what are all the artist's songs? This time, we can't just do that. We have to go and get the playlist songs. And if I'm trying to remember the data models on this, it's been a little bit since I've done this. Playlist song, does it subclass plus song? It does not. And it's not even a media base item, but it does have song that is. All right, this one's going to be a tad bit trickier. It's not going to work like I was thinking. All right, because a playlist, we can go and we can get what the playlist songs are, but then we need to do, when we go to use it, it needs to be a song. Do I have an implicit cast in there? Let's just do that. Implicit operator, song, and what do we want? We want, this is called playlist. I really wish Teams would ignore or would pay attention to do not disturb. So ridiculous. Let's quit it. All right, so this is a playlist. And that implicit cast is song.song. No, that's not right. Yeah, capital song. Did I do my must convert to or from the enclosing type? That's right, isn't it? I need the this on this? I can't remember. All right. What am I doing wrong with that? Now I need to Google. It's sad when I can't remember how to do basic C# stuff. We all forget. We all forget. Hey, R2, welcome. Public static. That looks right. Public static. Yeah, that should be right. What did I do wrong? Did I not put it on the right type? Oh, it's playlist song. I'm... Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I know what I'm doing. All right. So, public static implicit operator. This will make it to where now we can say the group info is playlist song, where, and what's our data model? Let's put these side by side so I do it right. You go to the side, and then I have playlist ID equals at playlist ID. You'll notice one thing that's really fun with my database layer here, SQLite, and I'm using named parameters. Check that out. Named parameters in SQLite. Who knew? All right, that should work. Except let's rename this not to be artist. It's not being used anywhere. So now, true to how we did it or do it elsewhere, we can go to views. I hope this works. It might fail miserably. But I think that implicit cast will work. Playlist page. Playlist page, there we go. All right, and if on appearing, if picker, it's not a picker. On item selected, if it is not a picker. New songs page, view model equals new playlist song view model. And let me knock this down a layer so you guys can see and I can see. We'll say this playlist equals playlist. All right, that should do it. Let's see. Let's try it. Moment of truth. And that is like the best quote to describe my code. It works every time. All right, run it. Playlist. Oh, and a big explosion. Why? It could be because it doesn't know what to do with what I just did. I did some fanciness. No such column playlist ID. What did I do? What did I do? All right, so we have our playlist view model somewhere in here. Not models, view models. Let's go check out, did I do something super, no, playlist song. All right, so I'm saying use playlist song, and I'm using playlist song. I shouldn't even have to do that from. I don't think that from's required. Let's look at playlist song. Oh, so blind today. Playlist ID. Wherever did that blow up? All right. I like how I'm like, hey, and there's named parameters, and then it all blows up. But it works, I promise. Promise, I promise. Now let's just figure out why it's not, though. So I have some extensions we could run on this to get the SQL that will execute. So we can test it out ourselves. All right, let's bring in the extensions if I can remember what they are. All right, so we should just be able to go group dot to convert to SQL from named. I don't even think I need that. Oh no, I need. I can't remember what that takes into it. I don't have like a to SQL. All right, let's go look at the code for that thing. I want to see what's going on there. So let's go to projects. We're going to switch projects. No, we're not going to open it really quick. I just want to go look at how this works. So simple database. Simple database, simple database. So here's the extensions. We don't need any of those ones. We also have get, so number of sections, we'll get the group info, does all that nonsense, fills the group with the info. All right, so we have the group info, does that. Jumping through to this, I want to find where it does the SQL. So really just do group, no, group info dot that. Create group info. Oh, wow, I actually generate that query. I thought I did that from extension methods. It's right. We will copy it out and we will put it right here. This is ugly. Ignore what's going on behind the curtain. You have not seen this. Root from. Nothing to see here. Nothing at all. Alright, so let's say. See what's actually being executed. Yes, yes. Oh, put a breakpoint there. This is why I put that in a library that no one looks at. Because then it lets you do magic like I did here. Alright, so now let's click on this, see what happens. Title's coming out. Query info. Wait, that's not what I was wanting. Oh, because that gives me the string to execute and the parameter and the objects in the right order. That's what that does. I'm remembering now. Because SQLite does not do name parameters. So this gives me a tuple of the string and then an array of the objects to pass in. So let's manually execute some SQL. And it deals with getting them in the right order and everything. It's quite magical, if I might say so myself. All right, so let's run that. Select distinct. Well, that's interesting. Select distinct, group by. Is there no group by? That's the problem. There's no group by. Why is there no group by? What do I do in the old one? Now I wonder. So I have the playlist songs view model. Group info. Filter on playlist I equals playlist ID. And order by. That's all it does. So what if we create a new one like they did? Just does a create group info. We haven't done any of the offline stuff like you're seeing there. Create group info from a playlist. All right, well. I wonder if I did something different in my playlist song than I did in the old one. Oh, because this is for group info. You know, I might have a different case if there's not a grouping. Right, right. I copied the wrong one, guys. Copied the wrong one. We don't need to worry about if there is no grouping. This is the one I want. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let's run this one. I grabbed the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Helps when I actually read my code. That would make sense why that one's empty. So let's do switch row query. No. Group info. With group, replace all. Uh-oh, that one. So this one doesn't actually create group info, which I thought is interesting, but it's fine. All right, type of playlist dot name. And almost back. This should now build. And this library is old enough, it doesn't have all the fancy named parameters, which is kind of sad. Oh, source. I should have done that as a case-sensitive replace. Would have saved me some hassle. Also, to all those new people who just jumped in, feel free to ask me questions. Tell me I'm doing something stupid. Give me recommendations. I have no problem with discussing why I do what I do, or whether it's sane or not, and why I like doing it this way. But I can discuss and talk. All right, so let's go run. Why is that doing playlist song? I wonder if this table is called playlist song. I wrote a database layer so I don't have to do database stuff. Why am I digging through this? Yeah, it's double doing something. Say, what we could do is just try grabbing the old code, which is just create a new one. I like the idea of doing it like this though, just because it's cleaner, much cleaner. And then params. So we'll definitely, what's that complaining about? Oh, that's not right. So params, I know my initializer syntax. Do that. Actually, we didn't even test if what I did fixed it, did we? Nope, did not. All right, let's see what the difference is. And then I'm really curious as to why. Which streaming service am I planning to support? So the old gMusic, and the source code of that's available too. It supported Google, YouTube, SoundCloud. I had Amazon in there, but they're actually really difficult because they keep like blocking me or revoking stuff. So I didn't do anything on them. I don't know. I was just planning on throwing a bunch of them on there, but like yeah, YouTube and Google were some of the main ones I did, and then yeah, just whatever people want. People can request them, and I have no problem adding them. Let's see if this works. No such column playlist ID. That is very interesting. How is that true when we're looking at it? It's right there. You know what? I want no, that shouldn't have done it. Let's just try something on this, just to be sane. Let's see if I have some weird bug. It should be smart enough to do the whole at, but let's be safe. Oh, curse you! See this whole full output if it tells me something better. All right, so on this, we're saying it's. I wonder if song view model doing it something with this is forcing it to go to song. It could just be because I'm doing something really hacky there. You know what? Let's just do this. It really could just be my stuff is casting it back down to a song, and I was not crazy this whole time. Always a distinct possibility that I'm not crazy. Happens once in a while. Just see what happens. Somehow commented that out as well. Let's undo that and then do this dot title equals value dot name. iOS hates it when you set it to null. I don't know. Actually, Forms should handle that. Oh, wait. Still doing it wrong. Still doing it wrong. Let's run this one. All right, so tap on that. That's what it was. I was casting it down. Okay. We're getting somewhere, so that's right. It was that casting, which makes perfect sense. It's like, hey, it cast it down to a song, and songs don't have a playlist ID. Playlist songs do. Okay. We've got that in the play. I don't like that where it's at. Let's move that down. It's just ugly right there. All right, so we've got that working. So now what we need to do is let's look at our song page. Our song page if I can find it in here, it's somewhere. Songs page, there we are. All right, so songs page does a simple database list view, and by default, it sets its cells to media item. Which is fine. We just need to make sure that media item cell will cast it to a media item cell, because we can do that. Let's see if we actually do that. Maybe we have to, with our public static implicit cast we put in there. Right now we're casting to song. What if we do it to the media item base? Now our views might magically appear. If not, we're going to have to do something to actually do that cast. But I'm hoping that fixes it. No, it didn't. All right, let's look at our media item cell. So what we'll do is first we'll stop, we'll start, we'll get to the right page. Then let's go put a breakpoint in here and see if we can do some magic to do this casting, or if I'm going to have to do something. I don't think that an as will work. Actually, I put that in the wrong place. This is going to be null, isn't it? All right, we can fix this. I think this will be an easy fix. Actually, I'm trying to think the right way to fix this. We can't lose the playlist itself. All the binding stuff's not going to work, because all the binding stuff is directly to properties that aren't on there. We might need to make our own new cell. Or we could do a data template. If we do a data template selector, we can switch between the two. based on if it's a playlist or not. And then set its binding context to the song, and then it should all just work. I think that's what we need to do. All right, well, data template selector, here we come. Wait, I'm trying to think how to do it on that data template selector. Because I want to use that same view. Actually, we can just do that. All right, let's throw this into cells. I've been trying to move everything over to there. So let's do playlist song cell. All right, and this is going to subclass media item cell. All right. And now we're going to do, not the biggest fan of this, but I think it'll be nice. Actually, you know what? Let's just try a hack. I'm totally unsure if this will work. If this does, I may stick with it. If binding context is playlist song, and I think I'm fine with this. If this works, we're sticking with it. Oops. No, that playlist cell, delete you. You're dead. You are dead to me. All right, let's run that. I think this might do it. That totally works. I'm sticking with it, guys. We're sticking with it. I love it. What do I do on the old ones? Oh, I just don't even show the section header. I might do something to ditch that because the section header is kind of wasteful. Since there isn't one. All right, we can fix that. All right, that's good. That's good. Playlists are working and looking really nice. That's awesome. And now if I tap on this playlist, will it play? Nope. All right, let's make it play. Screen that doesn't play is useless. I thought we hooked that up though. No, playlist song page. Wait, what did I do on the artist? Oh, because it's not a song playlist model anymore. So we might do another else if. I think that's sane to do. Else if binding context is playlist. All right, if it's that, we can just do pls vm dot on tap and it's not a song, we want to know the actual playlist song. So rx.selected item as playlist song. Actually, it might just be a song. I think that's right. We'll check. We'll check. Only way to check is to run it, right? Got a semicolon. Not a bad day. We've built lots of screens. We've got added lots of good functionality. Reused a lot of things. I did state. Something blew up. I might not be playing a playlist right. I think I might have to tell it to play the playlist. Let's put this breakpoint here. Alright, so now if we tap on this, oh, the select item is the song. That's interesting, it went back to the song. It's getting the binding context. That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. It's getting its binding context from the cell binding context. It's not doing it based off the index. That doesn't make sense at all. I'm on the screen I'm thinking of, right? Alright, if we look at the old code to play a song, oh, there's a play playlist, and then we tell it to play the song. I'm gonna need that playlist song. Alright, so our little hack did not work. Let's try if we... Oh, it's sad. If we undo this, let's see what comes out. It's a playlist song. I'm really disappointed. Because the binding to the cell should not be the item. It's a lazy hack. Yep, that's how it's done. Well, I know the most efficient way to solve this is to make a playlist cell which is identical to the media albums or the media item cell, and just bind it directly to the playlist. Just change the bindings over. Layla, stop barking. It's okay. It's okay. I don't even know what you're hearing. All right. Sorry, dog gets really excited and needs calm down. You can come up. It's what you want. You can say hi. All right? Calm down. Calm down. Good. All right. Now I can work. You can lay back down. She normally lays under my feet, and then she heard something and went running out of my office. Just lay down. I'm not going to keep petting you. All right. Let's just do that. It's the right way to do it. And then we're not going to even reuse the song list cell. There's no point. So we will just create a new playlist songs page. Really sad we're doing this. And actually, let's make it a XAML one because I want to. Again, add new Xamarin.Forms content page. We will do playlist long page. And now we'll come here to cells and we're going to do the same thing. Add new playlist song cell. And this is a content view XAML. Yes. Okay, perfect. Now we're just going to jump into these things and copy everything like crazy. Okay. It was the view cell type, but it's okay. And your type now is this Xamarin.Forms gMusic views cells. Just need to make sure I line these things up right. Dot playlist song cell. Okay. Now we'll go and we're going to copy all of this code. Actually, so lame we're doing this. On cells anymore, so we'll fix that. All right. Now here, what we're going to want to do is change all the bindings now. Everywhere we see binding, we're just going to do song dot, no, I want song dot. And now this will make it use the right thing. It's really lame to have to nest this like this. The mailman was just here. I got the notification from Amazon that that there's a package dropped off. So, and I wasn't paying enough attention. I probably got the notification that there's someone at the door. But that's what the dog's here really hearing. All right. That's why I don't have good music. All right. Songs that. Let's do that. All right. Now in here, we'll do this cast, which I'm really disappointed I'm even doing this. I hate duplicating code. Okay. It's not a lot of code, but it's still duplication. So we've got that, we've got that. All right, so now for this playlist song cell, we are going to go to this. I'm going to bop this into here. And instead of that, it's going to be playlist song cell. Now I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'll need to throw in there. Let's just do this right. We're going to do this. All right, so we'll save. What is it? It's playlist songs view model. Throw that in there. We're just going to do that equals. Hey, thanks for the follow, MCS Mike. All right, so let's set this to a new playlist view model. And now what we'll do is we'll do public playlist, or yeah, playlist. All right, so now what we'll do here is we'll do get viewModel.playlist. We'll just pass those along. We'll just wrap it. All right, so that's wrapped. That's wrapped. What are you complaining about? How could playlist not be found? Playlist is found! Oh, right. Now I don't need any of this anymore. I can just do view model dot on tap. Come on. Song. Now we can simplify this playlist page. And that's better. That should, wait, build errors. There's no build errors. I don't have build errors. Right, that only existed because I had helper methods. All right, well, let's jump into this. And we have items list view. Okay, I need to fix the... I did something wrong in here. All right. So, content. Right, I didn't fix this namespace. Where's that namespace at? Class, right here. Now we'll be good. So now, plus equals... Bam. Actually, we're going to be a good citizen. We will do override on appearing plus equals that thing, and then we'll do override on disappearing. We're going to unsubscribe that thing, so we're being nice and memory conscious. Let's run that puppy. And now we should have playlists that work and play. Wait, no! I forgot to update the view model. Darn it! Don't go! Stop! Stop! Play playlist! Yes! Now we're better. And we can say playlist song and the group info. Yeah, I can pass the playlist ID in there. I don't know why. I wonder what the differences are on that. Do I even use that? Just curious. Oh, I auto set it. I don't know why I passed that in. Can't think of when I would need that because the song should always have that ID. All right. So we've had radio stations, radio station playback. I'm feeling lucky radio station generating a playlist off of any random song, artist, or album. We've added playlists. Darn it. What did I do? I know what I did wrong. I feel smart. Can't delete the default constructor. Need that default constructor. I have a default constructor, it's just not calling what it's supposed to. Oh, this isn't right. View model. That's fine. We just need to make sure we do set the binding context as we're in there. All those little things are so easy to forget. But it's all right. We're getting somewhere. We have songs. Why don't we have artwork? I know why. I know why. This is the last bug. I promise. Then the whole app is bug-free. Well, that should be right. That's what I thought I didn't do. Too tricky, too tricky. Binding context is a playlist song. And it has a song. Yeah, stop barking. All right, we're getting images. And why are those empty? What? Oh, I got an idea. Remember this? I can't code and pet you. Hi. What? Where do you think you're going? This is awkward. What? You are too big to be a lapdog. Come on. Try your best. Come on. You can come up. You know how to do this. You've done it. Come here. We're going to be lap coding. No, come on. You can do it. I lifted it up. Raise the desk higher so she's not scared. Come on, Layla. All right. You're giving up, so am I. We also probably, for this, do this as well when we set that default image. Just so we don't ever have the wrong artwork up there. Now my desk is all funny. She now is just going to be my foot warmer. She conceded. Ah, I thought that was it. So, get artwork URL. We have a URL. Binding context is not right. Hmm. All right. That's the difference. We're saying it's not the right song. There we go. That should be fine. You know, to be safe. No, that cell won't be reused without because of the name. So I had that check in there. If it took too long to download the URL and set it, that it would not use it because it's you were scrolling too fast. Hey, that's working! Woohoo! Alright, now let's tap on one and see what happens. Okay, it's the right thing. It's gonna wait, go playlist. Database scheme is changed? What is that? I've never seen that error before. Oh, I know what the problem is. I'm guessing. No, I don't know. Let's run it again. That's so weird. That is tricky, tricky, tricky. Alright, so we're just gonna press play. I wish you had this not in the console, like I could just do it there, but I love how in the console I can just double click on the stack trace and go right to where I want to go. So clear playlist deletes that songs ordered. Yep. Alright, so by the time this executes, select song ID from playlist. Why'd that get called twice? That's what I thought it might have been, but I didn't think that'd possible. Alright, so let's go into here. I just want to put a console.write line here. We're going to remove this. I bet this was happening. So we are on appearing, and I'm not subscribing to it any other time. So once, twice. Well, that's ridiculous. Just utterly ridiculous. Why would that get called twice? Okay, subscribed once. And a second. Anyone on the line know what would cause that? Normally what I do here is I normally instantly unselect it, but then that selected item would be null. Sad when we're just cruising through and making awesome progress, then you run into something so random like this. Okay, we've got the song. And we got it again! I'm just gonna comment that out and see what happens. If that gets fired, don't even know what to say. What? Is there some fancy naming in Forms for if you make this?
I can't get the answer to that on Apple Watch.
That is insane. Does anyone else know about that? Good morning, Kim. I just found out something crazy. Oh, wait. Never mind. Never mind. I know what the problem is. It's not crazy. I'm crazy. Or am I not? No, wrong one. I was double subscribing. Okay, never mind. I'm crazy, and it was driving me nuts, but I fixed it. I was trying to figure out why I was double calling something, and it's because I was subscribing and unsubscribing as well as setting it in XAML. So the event was firing twice, and I'm like, ah! Alright, fire once. Second time is us nulling it out. Okay, now I'm going to remove all these breakpoints because it shouldn't crash. We're done. Whew, that was crazy. That there was real crazy. All right. I like that more. All right. We now have playlists that play. We have radio stations that work. We've done a lot today. Trying to think if I should keep going. I have to make dinner soon. We are barbecuing on my new grill. I'm excited. All right. We have done playlists. We don't have playlist editing yet, but we'll get to that. So good. What'd that pop-up do? Oh, because those aren't media items. That has to do with this bugger. Our pop-up is not a meaning. Playlists need to work differently because they're going to have different options. Alright, so we need to fix that. But that's easy. We'll do that another time. I don't know if I'm ready to tackle pop-ups for that yet. Trying to even think what pop-up menus I'd put onto a playlist. Okay, is there anything else you guys think we should work on? If you guys want me to keep going, I'll definitely keep going. I'm just wondering, been streaming for what, almost 2 hours now? Has it been 2 hours? I don't know, it's something like that. I have a timer somewhere. No, does that say it's been 2 hours and 40 minutes? Yeah, wow. It's almost 3 hours. Man, time flies. You guys are fun. Okay, let me look at this list. Um, I don't know. Anything else you guys want to work on? Any questions? Yeah, we've added 2 more screens in. Quite a bit of functionality. New section setters. That's nice. Thanks, Kim. That's a good clip. It is true. I am crazy. I admit it all the time. All right, let's make sure if we add an artist, start an artist radio station. That totally worked. And it shows us its station. What's cool about playlists, let's just say we do this one, right? Now if we watch, that list got bigger automatically because it was in the last like 5. It's a radio station, so it just keeps going. That totally worked. I wonder what we'll do if we tell it to make a radio station of our Twinkle, that awesome album that Sweeky made us find. And for some reason, it's not playing the first one. It's, wow, this is like the worst radio station ever. No, Squeaky, you're the one who wanted this one. Don't blame Kim for your deeds. You saw that album artwork and said it's amazing. It's all recorded. You can't deny it. Yeah, the lullaby. You also had all the Katy Perry too. All right, well, we've got stuff playing. I might call it good unless there's something else you guys want to do or look at. All right. I don't have searching working. I have to do search before I can search. And search page is going to be big. I don't know if I want to build search right now. That's going to take a little while, I think. Maybe it won't. You'll post it in suggestion box? No one's ever used a suggestion box. You will be the first. All right. Next stream, search. All right. We will build search. The search itself is pretty dang easy. Let's just template it out really quick. It's the results and how I want to do fancy results. If we just wanted searching, let's just stub it really quick and show that it can work and then have nothing to show. All right, so we've got a stack layout. Well, there isn't like a search, is there? There's just entry. There is a search bar. Let's use search bar. What are we thinking? What are we, animals? Use the good stuff. What's the event? Text changed. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Now I am not just gonna do. We're not animals still. We don't just search just because it changed a little bit. We are gonna be fancy. We're very fancy. Oh yeah, that's right. E.new text value. Perfect. Comment you out. Bring in the right timer. It's from timers, I think. Yep, that's the right one. All right. Now, oops. For now, var results equals await text. Oh. Ignore what I'm doing there. We're not going to do that. Oh. Ignore this too. We'll put this back. All right, what's that doing? Oh, right. We have too many of this stuff. All right, that's what we need. Now we can just say, so what the search model did was it instantiated a bunch of the different ones, but we're just going to say API manager, because we only have one. Actually, we have two. We have the local. You have a local database that we have to search against. Dot, oh, all the searchable API ones. That's cool. All right, get API, no, dot API. Get music provider. Dot Google. We're not going to do this. We're going to remove this. Dot search. Now what we did here with I threw this stuff in here is we have a search timer. So every second and a half. So if you stop typing, it'll then search, or if you hit search. And we also need, for one, content page go die. We don't need that nonsense. Ugly syntax. Now there is a search, there's got to be a search button tech one, right? Search button pressed, event. This will just search anyway. Oh, search timer. Stop. I don't do RX anyway. I just do it on my own. I can't help myself. All right, so now we'll just do search. Oh, I need to get the search doesn't send you that off. X name is going to be search bar. All right, so we'll just have this stubbed and not do anything. What's wrong with my search timer? It's beautiful. Oh, okay. It's not that beautiful, but it's nice. That's just how I do those. So that way on key press, it'll just go. Didn't I just do X name? Oh, commas. Yeah, you'd be faster doing it now. It's not hard. Just set up a new timer, else stop. And I just stop and start it each time. So really simple. Hey, we have a search bar. So what am I searching for? I'm gonna copy and paste. Okay. Wow, they made those. They synchronized that better now. It used to be like Command Shift. That's awesome. Oh, it's not gonna show any results. Of course it's not. You notice how fast that result was? Well, that's lame. Let's go to. Why didn't that return? Just the eight search is commented out, just like we had with the radio stations. No, it's not. Well, there's that search. Let's just uncomment it and see what happens. Oh, it's missing too many things. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this at another thing. I have my request cache. Actually, if that's all that's missing, let's go grab the request cache from old gMusic. So I cache your searches. So if you search again, I'm not gonna make the API call because why? And that lives under data. Okay, question. Yes, question. So, great question. Are we pinging the stuff or are we doing the local cache? So we do both. The reason is Google actually is not going to return it if it's in your library. They expect you to do that as a local hit. So if you have something in your own library and then you say search, Google's just going to be really, really lame and not return anything. And this one is just really hard coded to Google. That fixes that. All right, that should now work. So I do two things here. If we look at the old one does this view model.search, right? View models.search. So I have, let's look at the old page so I can show you what I mean. So the old search, Google, YouTube, local. There's 3 pages, 3 different searches going on. Local is the SQLite database, and I should hard code that to be the first. And then these ones are dynamically added based on what APIs you're logged into. And I always do YouTube anyway because you don't have to be logged in to search YouTube. So we don't have YouTube support yet. So it'll just do Google and YouTube. Google, it will, if you've already searched Google, it'll use a cached one. And right now I don't invalidate the cache. I should. I think they last for the last like 3 searches or 5 searches. I don't know the number. I can't remember. So it's kind of a hybrid of all of the above. Now, I don't know if I'm going to stick with this same UI to where we have it in 3 tabs. I was tempted to do something to where, like Google, if we look at the results from Google, Google has the recommended thing. I ignore that right now. I always put them in the same order. Artists, albums, songs, radio, or something like that, video. And so I'm going to make that more dynamic to where providers will ship things back in an order, and then I'll just use them. So that's why this search page is going to be more of the work, because I want to make it smarter and better than the old one. All right, search should now work. Let's run this puppy. Yeah, and if you're not logged into anything, you should always still have local and the API. All right. So in your imaginary app, imagine you have pagination. Perfect. Yes. So with pagination, Google's API does not do pagination. YouTube does. And so I do request more, and I give you the options to request more. Right now, I'm just not on the Google one. Max results is 25. And so when this result comes back, I can tell it to search again with that same result. And what I do on the old one? Let's do something. Link will have way more. I don't even think I give you the load more. I don't. So, oh, didn't mean to play anything. So I could give you at the bottom and just do the pagination and keep doing it. Maybe we'll implement that. That'd be fun to implement. So it's really not hard to do. So let me read that fully all the way. All right, so you have 1,000 data you want to search. First, I pull down locally and then search the search API. So yeah, I'm doing both. And then I don't want to see result category tabs. Yeah, so I'm unsure whether I want to have the category tabs or not, or whether I want to have a flowing scroll. The problem with the flowing scroll is, so you group everything by songs, artist, albums, recommended, right? These are what I think you want. Then here's the other ones. So the local results are going to pop up instantly. And now I'm scrolling down, and now Google and then YouTube show back up. How do you inject those in to where the user will see them and not think they already saw them. Because if it's not in the local, let's just say you have 10 local hits. You scroll down, you're on like, you can see half of them gone. Where do I inject those new ones in? So there's lots of nuances with that. Hi, Kaya. Welcome back. How's bike riding? Because you had feathers?
Yeah.
Feathers make bike riding easier, guys. Tips to live by. So yeah, as we're doing the search next week, it's going to be complex, and let's toy with some of those ideas and see how that would look. Yeah, it's easier to have a single list and then just keep adding to it as you go, so that way you know where you're trying to look for. So I may keep this, whereas local just shows everything because it's easy. I just pull it out of the database as it's needed. These aren't even instantiated until they're needed, which is pretty sweet. So yeah. They said hi. Yep. And feathers are awesome. All right, so that's a stubbing out search. Let's see if it works now. Results. We have results. We have Google results. And so, yeah. Google gives us results. So we're getting stuff back already. Pretty awesome. Videos, songs, radio stations, playlists, genres, artists. And we can go into that artist and get all kinds of stuff from them. Now I thought they gave, I might be ignoring that when I turn this in. So right now I'm turning into my own results, not Google's results. And I think that's caused, I think we're getting some data loss because I'm pretty sure. Let's disable. Let's go right here. Let's just comment this out really quick. And then let's look at that response. And I think their response will show us a lot more than we have. And so I want to take advantage of that. And I was thinking of maybe making it to where whatever they return back, I show it how it comes back, rather than me doing my own processing on it. Because I'm pretty sure the people put lots of time into AI and figuring out what you really wanted. So here, response should have result, clusters. Yeah, look at this. It tells you the order they want you to show it in and everything. And I'm losing that data. So yeah, I think we're going to unwrap some of this and not lose data. Number 5 should be first. Pretty cool. So yeah, search is going to be fun, and we'll redo all that. Actually, I didn't have that cached was in the pre. Yeah, so right now I went through and swapped through and figured it out to get it into my own data format, but now I lost their sorting. So I want to undo that. It was just easier that way because then I can put everything into the same thing, and I had one view model that just worked, but I can make my view model smarter. So that way I can still do that and still have it in a good order. So yeah, search works. Ish. We just don't do anything with it. And we kill the results. So next time, yeah, let's do that for the big to-do of next time. Wow, I have fixed playlist. Playlist details, added playlist playback, stubbed search page. And that search page is ugly. That search bar, we're going to want a fancy pretty one like this, not that iOS 6 looking thing. What was that even? We're cleaning that puppy up. All right. So yeah, next time let's go in and make sure we do that in here. So, oh, I can't even spell agenda. What am I doing? All right. What is next Wednesday? Next Wednesday's a holiday. No, it's the day before the holiday. Okay, it's the like the 3rd, right? July 3rd. Yeah, I'll be here July 3rd. I won't be canceling for that. All right. Agenda 7 slash 3 slash 2019. All right, search page is getting done next week, guys. And unless there's any more questions, there'll probably more questions come up during search because search is crazy. And we can try some of the different UIs. We can try injecting things in, so we could even maybe pay attention to where the scroll location is, so that way we only inject below it. Could be fun. But yeah, merging the local results with the non-local ones is kind of tricky because my local ones are only brought out as needed as well. So, and you most likely want your local stuff first anyway. But I might do local and online. I don't know. We can toy with some ideas. If there's no other questions, I think I'll end with that. Thank you, everybody, and this was fun. And I'll see you guys later. Also, like I said, Hack Week coming up at Microsoft. I'm definitely going to try and live stream during that. And what is that week? It's like the last week in July. I'll post when that is. I'll talk about it. I'll find the exact date and put that up. Let's updated agenda. And yeah, go pick through this code. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Send me pull requests. Wouldn't that be awesome if I go to do the search screen next week and it's already done? Highly doubt that would happen, but it would be awesome. Let's find someone to raid. I'm going to cue my little ending screen, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Feel free, like I said, to ask questions. And thank you very much.